Mullenix head girls track coach Matt Mullenix joining us, and boy, coach, here you are. You know, seems like the season just started here the other day, and state track meet. Talk about this crew, and you've had a lot of success. You're taking 9 events, 10 entries to the state track meet. You know, how proud are you of this crew here as you head towards this weekend?
We're definitely very proud because they kind of set their goals high. We kind of talked about there early in the season, actually going clear back to November, just even with the goals of getting to the end of the season with the conference meet and how they wanted to really win that. And so that kind of then progressed into qualifying for state, and not just getting to state, but also getting out there and then scoring some points, grabbing some medals. So that's going to be very important for them this week. So the fact that you know, we did what we should have, took care of business last week. That's really just been this team the entire year, and you know, they just always come out with a laser sharp focus and workmanlike manner, and they get the job done and really just do what we've asked of them, and so we're just exceptionally proud.
Talk about the events that you think you could score in. I mean, you have a pretty good chance at a lot of events here.
Yeah, you know, we're sitting in the top 15 of most of our events that we've got out there. So, you know, starting on Thursday there, the 4x8, I think right out of the gate has an opportunity. They made the fast heat. We know what the potential is with that group in there, so we think they can run in about the low 950s. And so if they can get that done, we finished with 10:01, but if they can get that done, I think that'll put them in the top 5 there at the meet. So that should, you know, have a nice opportunity to score right out of the gate. So that's pretty important to us. And then we'll come right back with Ava in her 400. And there again, she's sitting, I think, was the 6th place. Yeah, 6th place in that 400. So another opportunity. She'll be in the fast heat. That's a race against time. And so, you know, another opportunity for her individually to grab a medal, which has kind of eluded her the past couple of years. And then later that night is our shuttle hurdle, who's had some good potential in there and has run 70 seconds there last week after running 69, 64 the week before. So even if we can just clean a few things up here yet this week, that has an outside chance of getting into the finals.
Every season, especially when you have a successful year, there's always a few surprises, maybe an athlete that contributed that you didn't expect to contribute. Any surprises this season for you guys?
Oh, any surprises for us? We could probably go down to some of our freshmen, I think, that have come a long ways in there. With you know, we kind of expect a little bit out of JC in her hurdles, but you know, as far as her advancing through there and what she's kind of brought to some of our sprints has been real nice. Again, Lila Wiederstein has been a nice addition there for us with some of her long jumping and again, filling in with the sprints. I guess I've been impressed with Morgan and how she's improved in the 400 hurdles this year, really kind of taking that on. And there she was a sophomore or a freshman last year and now a sophomore, so just her improvement and jumps in there. So, you know, both the Huffman twins. Last year we kind of had Haley more in our mid-distance group, and this year we switched her to the sprints, and so she's been a nice relay leg for us a lot, and she scored obviously well in the 200-meter dash for us, but somebody coming out of the blocks has been pretty reliable for that, so that's been a nice addition for us. I think somebody else in our mid-distance group, a couple of them were Claire Wiederstein and Aubrey Geyer, have improved a lot for us in that group and really dropped some times and kind of taken this, you know, maybe a little bit at heart for them and knowing that it's their last year and wanting to exceed for them, so, or do well for them. So yeah, we can just go up and down the lineup. You've just got so many.
A lot of PRs.
Right. And they just work so hard, and so yeah, we're just definitely proud of a lot of them, and of course you've talked to some of them, but I think it still goes back to our seniors in there with Ava and Chloe. This is kind of their sport. They really embrace it, but they do a nice job of being leaders with the group in there. Abby Richter out of the throws has come a long ways this year, been more consistent in there. We talked about Aubrey and Claire. Lainey Brosen came back out again this year and kind of did things on her terms. She was a little hesitant coming out, but just the perseverance that she showed this season went a long ways for just herself and her self-confidence in there. And Abby Smith, we got Abby Smith out. She came out as a freshman.
Yeah.
COVID came in, kind of left us, and this year she just wanted to be a part of it. And she was somebody who contributed in our relays. We kind of had a few people missing early in the season, or if Aubrey wasn't here with soccer, it seemed like it worked out where Abby stepped in there. So, so overall she kind of had a nice season in there. So, so those are our seniors, I think, that just contributed somewhere along the way. Maybe not all of them are running this week at the state meet, but it doesn't discount what they did for the entire group and the senior leadership and the team as well.
One more thing, and talking to some of your runners, they had fun. How do you make track fun, Coach?
Oh, that is, I think part of it, when we work, but then we have a little bit of fun on the side, maybe just joking around. But we think that what we put out as far as our workouts and how we take our approach to practice has to be fun. But then again, competing, Coach Hall and I are very passionate about the sport, so we get pretty involved with it. But I think also the relationship that we built with the girls
I think that they were alluding
ways.
to a lot of too, yeah.
Yeah, that goes a long ways. They're involved a fair amount in our lineups, in what we're doing. We're very open with our approach to our meets, and how we're going to approach each meet is approached a little bit differently. Some we're really going after the team title. Some we're kind of maybe taking it easy on others and letting the younger kids run. And so I think that honesty with the girls goes a long ways, because now they have a little bit of ownership in what they're doing. And so then that ownership also, being prepared for each meet and letting them know, okay, the girls that are in your heat are running this fast. We give them responsibility sometimes in the relays. It's not always just go out and run fast. Some of our relays, it's okay if you stay with X girl here in this heat. She may not be the one out front, but if you stay with the third place one, we're good to go, because we've got somebody else that will carry the load for you on the next leg. And so giving them responsibilities and stuff like that, it's not just overwhelming to them, it's responsibility in there. So I think that approach to coaching and has gone a long ways for us. But then at the end of the day, it's the girls. I tell them a lot of times, hey, I just put your workout on a piece of paper, you go out and do the work. So they kind of do that, but just their approach and then how they interact with everybody. And we're just really fortunate that we do have a bunch of girls that get along, but they like being here, and they like doing what they do. They love competing and love winning. And when winning's happening, it's fun.
They have a lot of trust too in what
Yes,
you're putting
do.
out there. Coach, thanks a bunch. Best of luck this weekend.
All right, thanks, Tom.